What's up, millionaires? It's your boy Millionaire E coming at you with a Lego Dimensions review. Now, y'all may be wondering, what is Lego Dimensions? Lego Dimensions is a toy to life game that came out in 2015 on the 27th of September. And it died in 2017. And I'm explaining you what it is. So I've said Toys to Life, and you're probably like, what is Toys to Life? Some of y'all may not be wondering what Toys to Life is. Okay, so Toys to Life is basically where any game where you have, say, you have a starter pack. The starter pack comes with 3 characters, either 3 or 2, and a board or base plate, basically, with a connector cord that you can connect to your console. So you plug that baby in, and then it'll light up, and you put any character. So say, like, I'm going to put Batman on here. He gets transported into the game. And examples of this could be like Disney Infinity and Skylanders. Now, I've played Disney Infinity where you have a whole bunch of characters. You've got Star Wars characters, Marvel characters, and you use the statues. But the thing about it is, once you get done, it's all like, oh, these statues are taking up space like on my dresser. What am I supposed to do with them? And with Lego, it's different. Lego Dimensions is different. And also, before I start talking about it, if you don't know what a Lego game is, I'll tell you kind of the gist of what a Lego game is. Or kind of the theme of every Lego game. So what you have is a story. It could be any type of story. Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Marvel, DC. You have levels that you play, puzzles that are a little simplistic, but a little hard. And then you have things that you've got to collect in the game, and you're playing through levels. So that's what usually casually you'll think about when you're playing a Lego game. And then at the end of a Lego game, you have the custom-made character where you can play around creating your character. Now, Lego Dimensions doesn't do this, though it would be cool if they did. But back to Lego Dimensions. So with Lego Dimensions, it's different. It's different from Disney Infinity or Skylanders because, yes, you have a whole bunch of statues of figures after you finish the game. But the thing is, they're not just statues. They're minifigures. So you can take them off, pose them, like put them, make a house for them, or whatever. Basically play with them. They're still Lego minifigures. It's like you can take them off. And that's the thing that I love about the game. The game is fun because you see a whole bunch of things. And I'll talk to y'all about that too. You see a whole thing of characters, but it's also the minifigures. So it's like, even if you don't play the game, it can almost be like a collector kind of person. Like if you're a collector like me, because I like minifigures, I'll build the set and I'm like, oh wow, the set's super cool. Then I'll just take the minifigures. Heck, I might even disassemble the set for something else. I just love me some minifigures. But if you're a minifigure collector like me, you can get different minifigures. And you're probably like, well, what's the difference between these minifigures and minifigures that I find in a set? The difference is the minifigures that you find in Lego Dimensions, you don't see them in sets. Like the Sonic figure I just picked up, this baby has not been put in a set. Now they did say that they were going to make a Lego Ideas Sonic Mania set, so probably in 2022. But back then you didn't have a Sonic figure, a Lego Sonic figure. The only Sonic figures that you saw were either custom made or they were completely fake and not the Lego brand at all. So it's like all these characters that you can get. So like the characters that I got for my birthday, Aries, Homer Simpson, and Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. You could get her from a set. You can get Homer Simpson from a set. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, if I'm not mistaken, you can't get Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in minifigure form from a set. And that's the cool thing about it is it's got so many themes from it. You've got Ghostbusters, Simpsons, Chima, and then let's go scroll down to the collection that I have. You've got Back to the Future, Powerpuff Girls, Sonic. You've got Batman, Lego Movie, The Hobbit, and the list goes on. Because this is just my collection, but the list goes on. It's got a whole bunch of characters. Even Teen Titans Go, which I don't like it, but I'm like, to buy a minifigure exclusive to that, I'm like, I'm going to get it. Because like I've said, I love minifigures. And that's the cool thing about the game, is because when you're playing in the game, you could have literally Homer Simpson sitting here with Sonic in the game. So Homer Simpson's talking to Sonic or something, or beating up Sonic. Or you could have basically Homer Simpson driving Back to the Future, the DeLorean, Back to the Future. And the cool thing about these characters is not only do you get the minifigure to a character, you also get like one cart build, or basically one vehicle build. And you can change it into different types of vehicles that have different types of moves and stuff, which I will explain more about the different types of abilities for all these characters and the hub worlds that these characters you get to visit. But we're going to talk about mainly the game. So, and the thing about the sets are, there are different types of sets. So you'll have, like, say with the Homer Simpson, this is a level pack. So you buy this and you get to play levels, like a made up level in the Homer Simpson land. Same thing came with, and they usually come with 2 vehicles and 1 character. Well, fun packs will just have 1 character and 1 vehicle. Team packs will have usually 2 characters and 2 vehicles. So it's like it's got a variety of types of characters that you can get. And I'm like I said, this is a collector. This is like a collector. If you like the game, cool. But if you're like a collector of minifigures, I'd encourage you to get this, because I'm like, some people could literally buy this and not even care about the vehicle part. Just the minifigures themselves, are exclusive. And I know some have become sets and all, but they're exclusive. Like even the pieces, like you wouldn't find pieces like this in any Lego set. And I'm like, that's super cool. But sadly, Lego Dimensions closed in 2017. My mistake. Because they were making a lot of money they were making a lot of input, but not enough output. Because like basically each Lego Dimensions thing, it's almost like a year. And not like year in our terms, like 2001, 2002. It's more like year 1, you have this amount of characters. Year 2, you have this amount of characters. So you can see like year 2 kind of had a change in color for the disc. So they stopped at year 2 because, first of all, not a lot of people were buying it. And you know why? Sadly enough, they weren't making enough money because it was too expensive. And people were like, I'm not going to pay that much for just this, and I'm not going to play the game. And it was super sad that it was done. And I'm like, I'm hoping that it would come back so I can buy more figures and spend my money on these minifigures. And even so, I looked at the basically year 2 or year 3 before it was canceled, and they were talking about like a whole bunch of cool characters and stuff. And I'm like, wow, it would be cool to see those characters in character form. But sadly, it died. So in my next video, like I said, I'll talk a little bit more about like how the characters kind of interact with their different abilities and stuff, the puzzling, and also how each character, well not each, but each character is separate to a theme. So their hub world, you can like go into their hub world, and that hub world is pointed to their theme. So say if you have DC Batman, you're going to go into Gotham or DC world. And that happens like if you have Batman or Wonder Woman, Superman, all those characters you have unlocked to that world. But I'm going to explain a little bit more on that in my next video. So like the video, share it with your fam, and if you're subscribed, click that bell icon so you'll be notified for more videos. Talk to me in the comments. Tell me, what Lego game have you played? Either Lego Avengers, Lego Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Harry Potter. It's a whole bunch of games. Tell me. And I will see y'all later, millionaires. Bye, y'all.